Welcome to yet another episode of Varsity Club 602. I've got Josh with me here yet again. Josh Rice 92 on Instagram, covering every bowl game this year. 42 bowl games, and national championship's going to slide in here at some point as well. This is the RNL Carriers New Orleans Bowl, Josh, from the Superdome. This is the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Don't call them ULL. They don't like that. And the Marshall Thundering Herd.
Oh, baby. This looks to be everything I've wanted in a terrible bowl game.
Louisiana, just a great year. 12-0 in conference, or 8-0 in conference, 12-1 overall. Really just blazed through most of their schedule here. Had a couple tight scares against some of the better teams out there in the Fun Belt, but overall didn't really have a whole lot of trouble. Marshall coming out of Coosa. Um, Played okay in Conference USA, behind UAB, UTSA, Western Kentucky, but overall played pretty well, especially down the stretch, right until they ran to the buzzsaw that is Western Kentucky there on what I think was Thanksgiving weekend. Louisiana -5, over under 54.5.
I mean, the 54.5 probably isn't super unlikely to hit. Um, although I'm very, oh boy.
Hard to not cheer for the Raging Cajuns in New Orleans. They're probably going to travel really, really well for this game. Um, 5 points doesn't feel like a whole hell of a lot for a team that, at least on paper, is pretty superior. I think I have to lay the 5 with ULL just to piss off the Louisiana people one more time.
There's a, I feel like there's a far more important takeaway from looking at this bowl game. The Louisiana came out ranked 16 in the college football rankings after this season. So you beat Arkansas State by 1 point, and that's going to be enough to count to somehow be ranked one higher than Iowa, who, granted, oof, came out with 3 losses on the year. But
Uh,
okay, so I guess the losing to unranked Purdue, though embarrassing, it just still doesn't feel like enough of a shutdown for
yeah,
this.
12-win season. Only loss was first game of the year at a Texas team that hadn't imploded yet. Uh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Overall, they knocked off App State pretty handily. Took Georgia State at home, beat Liberty. I think they just end up there because you can't have a 12-win team that won their conference not ranked inside the top 20.
Look, I was going to say we can all argue till we're blue in the face about all the different issues about how certain teams can make it into certain parts of the college football rankings, but this just doesn't. It feels like they landed way higher than they should have. And for that sole reason alone, I don't know if I can take the over on this one.
I think saddle down the points a little bit.
Yeah, like they did. It's not that they did bad by any means. It's just not. Yeah, it's going to be another one of those hit or miss. They're either going to go blow it out, they're going to hit it by a solid touchdown over, or we're just going to be way under yet
So
again.
the numbers that Google's showing, Josh, that's the AP poll. They are 23rd in college football playoff ranking,
So okay, so that feels a little better.
sandwiched between Oregon and Iowa in the AP poll, who are 14 and 15 in the college football playoff rankings. Just ahead of them is
That
Kentucky. Just behind them is San Diego State.
okay. So that yeah, that feels a little more reasonable. The AP poll is
Do
garbage.
do you know who had the number one strength of schedule this year? Arkansas.
No, but
Arkansas did.
I mean, maybe, but it's simply for the fact that they play in the SEC.
I mean, Kentucky, who also plays in the SEC, 32nd strength of schedule.
Yeah, but like,
This is now an Arkansas podcast. I apologize, everyone.
man, yeah, I was really hoping to wait for some time before we talk about the pigs. It's just what's the no man, my Google search history is just something of interest at this point. A lot of misspelled football teams and or mascots,
Well, Josh,
and then
well,
random items like a fossil
well,
watch.
on that note, while you Google, let me just tell our viewers here that Fossil Watch coming in hot for the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. It is a gift suite and a
Oh,
Fossil Watch.
these poor kids. Like I get that, especially with the supply chain, like trying to order 4,000 Xbox Series S, whichever series we're on at this point in time, or the PS5. It's just, yeah, unlikely to get enough of those for all the kids in most of the bowl games. That's fine. But really, the Fossil Watch is the backup play. Like, okay, we couldn't get you something super fun, but here, have a smartwatch that, like, I don't know, you probably won't get to use in any of your college classes because it's probably considered cheating. Like, I just,
Where do you think Fossil
oh,
Watches are
it's,
made? Because I'm willing to bet they're not here.
I mean, like anything, it's probably over somewhere in Asia,
It's
right?
China.
Can't imagine it's
China's what
super
the internet's
local.
telling me. With distribution
Yeah.
center in Dallas.
Okay. Yeah, feels it feels right. I don't imagine they're super high up there on the smartwatch
I'm
market.
just thinking these kids aren't getting to pick their color and size. They're handed a watch.
Oh yeah, they're given a very generic watch, and yeah, all of them going to be super upset because they probably already have Apple Watches, which is going to be significantly better than whatever you're getting anyway. So
Well, that's a
yeah.
learning tool. The university can buy those for them because it's a learning tool.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. No, no, that
I
doesn't.
th-
That doesn't
I've
feel
got
right.
the over in this game, 54 and a half. I think the Raging Cajuns might do that by themselves. Um,
Yeah, it's possible, especially if they're just mad about where they're at and what they've had to do. Maybe that I don't know exactly home field advantage, but getting to play in your own state
yeah,
there, yeah, might be
I don't
enough.
know how they recruit, but I mean, if these kids are from Louisiana, they're Saints fans. Getting to play in the Superdome is probably a big deal.
You get pretty pumped up. I mean, you get pretty pumped up about that regardless, but
One of those iconic venues where you've
yeah,
seen Super Bowls be played.
hmm
Yeah, I got
yeah,
Louisiana minus
no,
5. I've got the over 54 and a half. I might look for a team total here somewhere. If the Louisiana team total is anything less than 35 points, I'll probably
yeah.
put a pop on
The
that.
Louisiana, the Louisiana -5 feels like a real easy one, but I think I'm still taking the under on this
All
one.
right.
It should be a good game, but not the high scoring sm- smoke out that some of these other games look like.
Well, we've split on a couple picks here, so it'll at least be interesting to watch. Be able to come back and for the viewers, we're gonna do with all the guest panelists. We'll compile everybody's stats and in the preview for the national championship game, we'll put that all together and see whose prognostications are closest to real here. Uh, we got some more treats for you coming up here, but I think that's pretty much going to do it for our New Orleans Bowl preview. Josh, you have anything else?
No, good to go.
All right. Well, hey guys, thanks for joining us on Varsity Club 602 and sitting through yet another bowl preview. We'll catch you on the next one.